Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game, if there's anything that is connected to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's alright. You just leave it where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid, as well as energy. And let's get into it, shall we? Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? I don't even know. Homies, I don't even know. Like, some relative insanity. Family gathering over here. Welcome home, homies. I need to remember that the camera's on this side. Please do try the favor, make sure you get those lights up on your way in. Also, have you checked your subscriber status? Are you a homie true and through? Alright. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance. Please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, always. Thank you. Oh, all right, we have some new decks to play with. This is what I did with our first ever donation to the Shanty. We got Relative Insanity Family Gathering. Just gonna read them. We got a Visual Crystal Healing Guide, playing cards, and Quiddler. It's the alphabet. And of course, we're going to smoke all these decks in because I've never used them. So that's the letters we're going to be using. All right, let's smoke them in. Hello, Creatrix. Welcome home, homie. To you, my dear. Yes, it is a whole new view. And I do have my phone sideways, so the chats disappear near immediately, but I do my best to catch them. All right. Nice. I have been waiting to smoke with the crew for a while. Some of these are upside down. We're just going to let them stay that way. I will say I got some kick-ass danks from the dispensary. Makes me cough when I didn't cough, but I'll be alright. We'll read those in a moment. Excuse me. Finish smoking these. Someone prefers to watch something. I feel like we need to keep that message handy by. Somebody prefers to watch something. They were given instructions towards a goal, but instead they prefer to watch other people hit their goals. All right. I'm interested to know what those cards that just couldn't wait to jump out were. Excuse me. I'm getting like, it's getting hot in here. All right. So, all I want this year is peace on earth and lottery tickets. Some of you achieved that on your earth. Excuse me. Definitely need to take a break from that bowl for a minute. That was a lot quick. Of course, the one time I plug in the microphone. I wouldn't eat the cranberry sauce. I saw the cat licking it. I don't care where they stay, but they are not staying here. It will be a cold day in hell before I do this again. We're gonna piece this all together in a moment, of course. We have enough fireworks to burn this town to the ground. Am I in the what? Sorry, I just saw that message above the other one. Bless this gathering of the great unwashed. Oh, God. Oh, nope, I am in Maine. I am in Maine. But my prayers are in California for sure. Ooh, we have a bunch of numbers on these cards, which is cool because I was guided to bring our Shanty numbers to the table. I want to get some other cards. And get the full picture before we speak too much. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. Okay, I feel like this is supposed to be our ending the reading. Right now we're supposed to be focused on getting some numbers and letters in regards to what this is. An I and a 2. What do the homies need to know? What messages do we need at this time? E. E-I-E-I-O. I can't see that one. I'll flip it in a moment. Can't see that either. I. X. E-X. I. Somebody have an X that says, I, Capitan. Alright, we're going to check the other side of this deck. Messages for the collective, please. Anything for the homies. I just got relax and make good choices. Alright, that's that for that. Flip these over, see what we got, and we'll take a look at the book for the numbers, because there's a bunch. Alright. Getting something about someone excelling at something and someone not liking that someone excels because they don't. Y, yes. So you have IXYL, ILY, I love you. Somebody's ex is coming back saying, I love you. But they're a fucking farm animal. They belong on the farm singing E-I-E-I-O. Somebody's name could start with an N. Something about denial. Denial is more than just a river. I'm getting a huge energy of moving on. Huge move on energy, all right? All I want this year is peace on earth and lottery tickets. This energy of, I wouldn't eat the cranberry sauce. I saw the cat licking it. I don't care. It'll be a cold day in hell before I do this again. I have enough fireworks to burn this shit to the ground. Like, I'm done with this gathering of the unwashed, fucking filthy, nasty. It's a done. Leaving. Final round. I just heard final round energy. Alright, I'm gonna look at some of these numbers. 18. I'm gonna say them for you guys because they may be important. 18, 20, 67, 82, 31, 8. These are also, it's making me think, you playing the lottery, use some of these numbers, maybe. I can't guarantee that they will work. Alright, let's check what 18 has to say. Someone's about to become someone who you no longer know. I can't actually tell what I wrote for that. Story? Someone has been spinning a story about how they would do anything, how they have done anything for you. When really all they've done is to you and at you. And in spite of, all they've done is it keeps coming up. Like, try to dirty you up, throw dirt on your name. 67. Someone's going to live in a place where dreaming is a relief. It's a place where dreams have the true possibility of coming true, but because the people that are there know what it takes to make them come true. You know what it takes to make your dreams come true. I'm getting something about this has been a serious phase in your life of learning how to clean up after yourself in more ways than cleaning up after yourself. And even sometimes having to clean up after people that you no longer know and who no longer know you. $62. Something about an opportunity and a dress. Actually, that was 82, not 62. But that might be an extra nugget in there for someone. $82 is you have arrived. I just got, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? But it's like, yes, you have arrived. You have arrived at yourself. Fucking hats off to you. Whatever dream you're coming into, bringing into fruition with effort and love, it's something. Ugh, the word great doesn't seem great enough. Yeah. 31. Some of you are going on a date trip. Some of you may be doing it with an air sign, or you may be an air sign. Fireworks could have significance to that. I once took a day trip with an air sign, and by the end of it, I realized some issues that I had to work out, and I came home and I fucking cleaned house. People wise, spirit wise, and whew, I tell you what, one of those people that I cleaned house of literally went down the road and set off fucking 20 minutes worth of fireworks just because they were pissed off that they had to leave my home. Yelling and screaming and professing what a terrible person I was, and all of a sudden it's like, then why are you throwing such a shit show fucking geek out that I'm asking you to please just get away from me? Just get away from me. Something like that. Someone couldn't tell you goodbye for the longest time because they knew it was going to hurt if they let go of the wheel. But the thing is, it wasn't going to hurt you, it was going to hurt them. For them to give you the wheel, let you drive yourself, it's going to hurt them, not you. But them refusing to do so, at some point they just throw their hands up and let go of the wheel and everybody gets hurt. Song in the background, Shabuzi, down the highway. 8. There's something about a point and a sign. Bless this gathering of the great unwashed. There's a point to that and a sign. I look down at this E and it makes me think of somebody that I have met in my past. That yeah, spirit is absolutely. Sometimes I'm seeing this person. They were like overbathed as a child, and they were bathed in this really hot ass fucking water, and their parents always used these like super chemically things on them to be like, I want to make sure I get you clean, 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 clean. And this person has like, it's not like scars, but it's like you can tell that they were not. It's almost like their skin was fucking scrubbed off of them at some point in their childhood. Something about sometimes it's not so bad if you don't have somebody there micromanaging your every single move and your every single moment and acting like they know what's best for you better than you know what's best for you. I don't know. Why am I getting something about the xylophone, XYO? Something about a line. Something about a lie. Denial. I just started hearing 11 Minutes Away. I think it's Halsey but it's a song about like the stages of breakup and stuff, I do believe. It's like denial and anger and rage, all this stuff. Somebody's like, it will be a cold day in hell, and I hope this is you, homies. It'll be a cold day in hell before I ever go through something like that again. Let myself just keep doing that. Good for you. We're going to check out these crystal cards now. This is the first deck that spoke to me. Antigorite, flow, intuition, and bloom. Nine of Swords energy. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. What do they need at this time? Tourmaline, King of Swords. Calmness, stabilizing, and reaffirming. Some of you hang on. I'm gonna look at the other cards before I say that out loud. Rhodonite, forgiveness, love, and emotional healing. I keep forgetting where the camera is, and I'm just like, Blue Beryl, creativity, energy, and calmness. Malachite, transformation, openness, and love. Some of you, and I don't want to give any weird false hope or like plant any seeds that don't belong, so don't take it if it doesn't belong to you, but the song in the background and that King of Swords energy and that calm, stable, reaffirming, and it being followed by the forgiveness and love and emotional healing. And again, in like more affirmation for me, transformation, openness, and love. There's this energy here, a flowing, blooming energy. And some of you can see it in your third eye. You can see something has come to an end. Something is over now. Time to say goodnight. It has been for a long time. It's like someone, something, somehow hurt you. Like, just fucking hurt you in a way that helped to put an end to the person that made it that easy for them to hurt you like that. But it's like the moment that you put an end to not yourself and the person that you are and the kind heart that you've become through your whole life, it's almost like whatever this situation is, whatever this person is, whatever this energy is, it's helped you to realize what your dreams really are, because this was not it. And so, if this isn't it, then what is? And I'm getting, instead of being afraid, it's taking charge and being excited, creative, calm, open, and ready. And for some of you, the reason I was hesitating is it's almost like I'm getting sort of, like twin flame soulmate energy. Like maybe once upon a time some of you met someone that you laid eyes on them and you were like, oh my God, like just wow. If I could take what's in here and put it out here for someone that I could say I love you to, it would be you. And it's not in a narcissistic fucking everybody's my twin flame type of way, but it's like you saw someone and you knew. And perhaps vice versa. And maybe you guys were really young. Maybe it was a teenage thing. Maybe it was a job. Maybe it was a school you never went to. But maybe it was a best friend you had, a friendship that you had with a cousin. I don't, some sort of energy, something important, something prominent in your journey. And for whatever reason, it didn't pan out. It didn't work out. And it didn't end in a way that was this explosive, horrible, no way to come back from it type thing. It wasn't great, but maybe there's redemption. And if not that, then it's like the fact that you just refuse to settle and refuse to settle and refuse to settle helps open up your eyes to see that there's something even more. I like it. But I don't know, for some, I was seriously getting like a King of Swords coming in your energy, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it was like I saw this tall, for me, okay, tall, sexy man in cowboy boots and camo, like driving a truck, playing some country music, and it's like, I don't know what you guys are manifesting, but it's like, no more settling, okay? You're not settling anymore. That's the biggest thing that you're manifesting. It's no more letting yourself fuck up, because then you let yourself get fucked up. Like, yeah, like, all right. Should we do some like index cards? I feel like we should do some like index cards. Quite a few. Use goggles. Somebody needs to be using goggles with something that they're doing. Hello, Squirt Mom. Welcome home, homie. I'm thankful to see you here. This was a channeling that I did at one point, I guess. All right, it says optimistic outlook. If you open with a pro. Oh, I think this was something to do with lying. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to figure it out. It was like when you're opening a conversation with somebody that you feel like has been lying to you, or they've been lying, you open it with some kind of a pro, like, oh, I know that you're a good person. I know that you are not the kind of person that would lie to me and be a total fucking keep it more pro than that, okay, more positive than that. Then you start to speculate what you think the truth is, okay? What's up? Try to keep an optimistic outlook about what's going to happen if this person is honest and they do tell the truth. Like, I'll be able to, things will be able to flow. I'll feel safer. We'll have a more comfortable conversation. Be prepared. Understand that this person, most people that are lying, tend to project blame near immediately, be it on other people, be it, like on other people that were around at that time, or like on you for coming at them, or whatever it is. Stick to an energy. I'm not sure why this is important, but this is important for some of you to know. You stick to an energy of, I'm here to correct the record. As I said that, like it says it right here, correcting the record. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but, and then right in the background it says, always tell the truth. Even if it's hard, but you hold an energy of correcting the record, period. Period, period. Sometimes it's helpful to take a guess, to elicit their response. You say, I bet this, I bet that. And sometimes they're going to want to correct the record and set it straight. And they're going to be like, well, you think you're so smart, actually. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. People in the hot seat are known for forking off and being like, oh, well, you want to talk to me about this point, but I want to talk about this point and this point and this point and this point. Keep it to the point that you're discussing in order to correct the record on your end. And if that happens, you're eliciting their response by, I bet this, I bet that, I bet this, I bet that. And they're like, yeah, but what about this? Or they're bringing up points as to why the thing that you bet is wrong, They're like, then you could be like, I don't want to tell you. I want you to tell me. That's important for some of you guys to know. Moving on. You know the answer already. Listen to your gut, my love. So, yeah. I was really wondering, I know what this was. This was a project for me. But wondering as to why I really felt called to kind of dissect and talk about it. And it's like, some of you guys have been fucking lied to. You've been manipulated. You've been shifted the blame onto you. All this shit. And you're like, man, now I've got to be a detective. And now I've got to do this. Now I've got to do that. No. No. Baby. You know the answer already. Listen to your gut, man. And I can say that when we don't, it's no one's fault but our own. When we take our safety glasses on and we put on those rose-colored glasses. There's something about the Tangerine Bear. Somebody may like that movie. I'm also getting, there was this place, T&B's. It was this old cheeseburger joint. Something's dead and gone and sold and turned to something else by now. In the background, I'm getting it's your love for someone, your their ability to have an effect on you. Some of you have felt like you have always been born to be last. You're not going to feel like that anymore. If you still do, you have born to be last in reverse. You may feel last in line, but that is not where you will remain, because it is not where you belong. And anyone that has tried to affect your journey and affect your progress, your process, negatively, like somebody thought that this could be job, friend, family, relationship, landlord, whatever. Somebody thought that they could keep you in some sort of fucking, just, we say it all the time, loop de loop de loop de loop forever and ever and ever and ever. And you know, if it was loops like as fun as doing some fucking donuts in a snowy parking lot, then shit. But it wasn't. It was loops that do not come from a good place. And though we may not all come from a good place, I like to believe that the homies, we do our best to be coming from a good place where we stand. Whatever this wasn't coming from a good place at all. It's not like, again, it's the difference between humble beginnings and not coming from a good place. When her halo broke, she used the halves to carve out horns. 3 words channeled onto this: good, eyes, and success. That was a quote, the first part. When her halo broke, she used the halves to carve out horns. Someone's seeing clearly, as they grow up, that horn has 2 different meanings. The horn doesn't have to be some devilish thing, it can be a call. Or some beastly thing. It can be an instrument. But there's something about a goodness in your eyes and success stemming from that goodness that just comes straight from your eyes, homies. Someone looked at you like a commodity. Like all they cared about was what you had to bring to the table. No one should ever be looked at like that. They looked at you like a commodity. And whoever, whatever that is, it can't face you. Can't face what happened. They're all alone in a glass house and they can't face it. They abused spirit. And they abused life. Life that spirit created. Look, the horn. But it's like the Viking Whoa. Someone tried to trap you in a web and keep your fire right within reach. Fuck the jokes. Joke's on them. Whatever this is, collective, you guys are being placed somewhere far away from fake humility. You are being placed somewhere that is focused on structural integrity and not just individual shit. This individual shit is evanescent, it's fading, it's vanishing, it's fleeting. You guys are moving into a collaborative time, be that collaborating with spirit, be that collaborating with helpful energies around you. And after, it would seem, a lot of deception, after a lot of concealment of intentions, after a lot of evasiveness, after a lot of avoiding of responsibilities, someone wanted to be, many people wanted to be like a Trojan in your life. Shit was always one-sided. Exploitations of trust, emotional blackmail, things like, after all I've done for you, after all I've done for you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, so all you've done for me was so that you could throw it back in my face later. Somebody masks with their kindness and generosity, but it's a hidden agenda. It's a sense of obligation. It creates a sense of obligation, and it fakes ability. They're not really vulnerable. And that's why they're all alone in that glass house. Someone has excessive emotionality and attention-seeking behavior. They're always shifting focus onto themselves unless it's in a way that calls for them to be accountable for something or responsible for something, and then they shift focus onto others. They use heightened emotions to manipulate. They use dramatic displays for attention. They play victim to elicit sympathy. They make you the bad guy. They use a shitload of table turning. These are parts of the laws of manipulation. Now, I don't want to say this in a way that is being like, oh, now you can understand manipulators and how and why they do what they do. No, I like to look into things like this and share them with you and attempt to be like, what is it about us that allows us to be so malleable to manipulation? If you've actually been being manipulated so much, then, you know, victims seek help. Those manipulators, they're going to seek praise. They're going to seek power. You just seek help in any way you know how. In every way you know how. These manipulators, they enjoy playing dumb. I forgot. I misunderstood. I think you misunderstood. They use smoke screens and evade. They use authority to dominate. They twist the facts to bend the truth. They play the martyr, indebting people. Oh, well, I just started seeing like the, fucking American Dad. Not that show or anything, but like the general And no, it's not even the American dad, but it's the shitty American dad. You know, deadbeat couch potato motherfucker where he's like, at least I provide you a couch to sleep on, woman and kids. Who cares if it's got bed bugs and mold and the fucking stuffing's coming out of it everywhere? And I yell at you for laying on it because you're gonna mess it up. Like, playing the martyr in order to indebt people. There's also many other ways that that can play out. Um, oh, you don't have $1. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. And then it's like, you never asked for the dollar, or maybe you did, but you paid it back. But then, you know, they'll be like, oh, I know you paid me back every cent you borrowed, but can I have $50 for this, or can you buy this for me, or you should buy this for me, and I shouldn't have to ask. I don't know. Creates a narrative where you're dependent on them, seeks validation, punishes, obsesses over praise, subordination. You'd be lost without me, making people feel inferior. These manipulators use selective honesty, building trust while hiding true actions and intentions, partial truths, trickle truth. And the song in the background, I'm not going to lie and tell you it's all right, as I'm talking about lies and selective truths. The song is When I'm Gone by MGK. There's such a walk away energy from anything or anyone that would dare fucking look at you like you're a commodity. Or even mistake what spiritual commodity that you do have for being anything as less than fucking everything. And I don't mean that in a cocky way, I mean it as confident as possible. These people twist facts, they write the narrative, and they omit anything that contradicts them being a good person, anything that contradicts them being a victim, anything that contradicts them not being responsible for what's happening to them. You know I'm big on effort. If you give me effort, I could teach you the rest. Some of you said shit like that to these people. I'm big on effort. If you give me effort, I can teach you the rest. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Then they play dumb. And they put in no effort. And then they claimed that you didn't, even though maybe some of you were working fucking overtime to be like, are you really done? You poor sweet thing. Let me double teach you then. And I was a part of that loop. Fuck that EIO motherfucker. Sorry. There's something about people that pretend to be your friend but don't actually respect your boundaries. These people use non-compliance designed to frustrate and wear you down. They're consistent about it, constant about delaying and resisting, avoiding, being unclear. I forgot. They forgot the weight that you're shouldering. When it's bearing down on you and it's all that can be felt, it's all that can be seen, it's all that can be heard, it's like, you forgot. Collective, you didn't forget. A lot of you are waking up and realizing that you gave up on yourselves. And you're done doing that. The way you talk to your body matters. I just almost wanted to like cry. I was getting so choked up at this. Getting a song in the background, waking up but wishing that you don't. It's something that I pray you'll never know. These manipulators, these fucking douche canoes, these thunder cunts, they enjoy the highs of you, but they haven't seen the extent of the fucking lows that you've experienced in order to be able to put in the effort that it takes to ascend. Excuse me. Song in the background. Waking up, wishing that you don't, is something that I pray you'll never know. I feel like a lot of you have spent a lot of mornings just like that, a lot of nights just like that, a lot of days just like that. Waking up but wishing that you didn't, that you wouldn't. And you start over like Monday, pouring strong on a weeknight. It's almost like you get so done and frustrated with yourself and your own shit that you decide to collaborate with yourself and your own shit. And then you pull yourself out of yourself and your own shit. And you figured out how to do that. And that's something really special. That's something really beautiful that not everybody has figured out. It's not that they can't, it's that they don't, it's that they won't, it's that they haven't figured out how to do something like that. And so the people that hold themselves back from figuring those things out, from knocking on the door of truth and understanding and dreams come true, you know, knocking on the door of growth. Instead of that, they fill the hole with whatever the fuck it is that they think is going to satisfy them for a second. But it's like these manipulators, these people, they wake up in that energy of not wanting to wake up. I don't got nothing good to live for. We're like fucking life miserable. And they want everyone to be like that, or they don't understand why everyone isn't like that. Well, because everyone puts in some fucking effort to not have to feel like that, dude. Because it's shitty and it sucks, and who the fuck wants to live like that? And no, it's not always easy and breezy. Usually it's not. But is it worth it? Oh, fuck to the yes. Something about your bodies. Pay attention to what it is that you're taking in. Pay attention to what you're ingesting. Pay attention to what you're saying to your body. Pay attention to what you're saying to your body. Even what you think about yourself. Your body knows what you're thinking. Like, your thoughts are inside of your body. So, like, are you telling yourself that I'm ugly and hideous and ain't nobody ever gonna love me and I'm never gonna be able to, have a love outside of this situation? Somebody doesn't have that hope for a dream of a better day for that handsome ass fucking cowboy, whatever your sweet, sexy dreams are. Like, somebody doesn't have that hope anymore, and they're just like, I've been, rode hard, fucking hung up wet, and left to dry too many times, and there just ain't no being normal for me anymore. Well, then there ain't no being normal for you anymore, because that's what you've resigned yourself to. And now your body's gonna be like, oh, so that's gonna fall apart now, because there ain't nothing left for me. I don't know, but something about be careful about what you're saying to your body, and be careful about what you're ingesting. It's important. Some of you have been walking through the flames soaked in gasoline for a very long time, and the world around you is so shocked to see you put yourself out. But it was only in order to take in this moment of divine rest so that you could come back as the fucking phoenix. There's something about people that have unreasonably high senses of self, and their sense of self is like seriously unreasonably high. They're not willing to look at that there could be anything that they need to look at. They can play that martyr victim part and be like, I'm such a piece of shit. I'm such a bad person. Obviously, everybody hates me. Everybody leaves me. But instead of doing what it takes to make sure that everybody doesn't hate them and everybody doesn't leave them, you know, and it's not to say that they have to be a people pleaser or anything. It's like just be fucking, you know, relatively sane. Something about somebody's unreasonably high sense of self. They're going to be trapped in it, and you're not any longer. They find themselves so self-important. Let them have themselves. They're going to find out how important they really are. Or aren't. Whew. All right. Methinks I'm going to grab you guys a quick tarot and a closing guidance oracle and get out of here. I just punched the table a little bit. Felt great. Oh, there's something about O-rings, onion rings. Somebody having onion rings? Grab a tarot. I'm not looking. We're just going to get what we get. And don't throw a fit. 5 of Swords. Put self-interest and self-preservation first. You can't be of use to anyone else if you don't look out for yourself. Conflict and hostility defeat, destroy important projects. The outcome may seem unfair. This difficult time will provide insight and growth. Possible illegal or immoral conduct, public shame and dishonor. The song that came on in the background, Dermot Kennedy Lost. My sense of wonder is just a little tired. If only you could see yourself in my eyes, you'd see you shine, you shine, you shine. Someone couldn't believe that you could look at them and think that they shine. They just couldn't fucking believe it, and they couldn't see themselves in your eyes. They didn't believe the words coming from your mouth, and so they assumed that everything you said, it was the actual opposite, because everything they said, it was the actual opposite. And if you are the opposite of everything you said you were, then you must be a fucking monster. And so they set in motion this roller coaster of pain and shame and dishonor and immoral conduct, broken contracts, all because they didn't see any worth in themselves. They're a bird that doesn't rise, and they didn't understand how you could love them. But it's because you love yourself, and at many points in your life, you've been a bird that can't fly. But you know that wings can heal. I just started seeing, sometimes if the wings don't work, I've seen, what is it, those like cartoons? Was it a duck, I think, where they can't fly, but they're like taping fucking brooms to their wings and stuff so they can like make themselves fly, or their friends are helping them. It's like if they could have seen themselves through your eyes, they could have seen that you would have taped brooms to their fucking duck wings. You would have mended the broken. You saw worth in that. You can see things that others can't. You can see the things that shine. But now you're starting to see yourself in that way. And you're being told, if you're not, start doing so. Closing guidance. You're a perfectly put together mess, and it's beautiful. Hope. Some of you may be 38 years old. Something might be important about March 8th or August 3rd. Rainbows represent hope and new beginnings. Something about a rainbow baby. Their blessings. Never take them for granted. You're very welcome, my dear. Rainbows are spiritual signs to take a leap of faith. Signs from spirit and your loved ones. I love you, my loved ones. Until we speak again, my dears, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again, Jamie, for your donation. Mad love and respect, my dear. I hope you enjoy the show, enjoy the decks. I hope you all do. Thanks for the good vibes and validation. Absolutely. Thank you. Stay blessed, my dear. Until we speak again. Mwah.